There are some sayings that don't feel important when you first hear them. They don't impress you, they don't scare you, they just sit there, quiet, unremarkable, almost forgettable. Because they aren't designed for comfortable times. They are designed for moments when conditions change. There is an old Turkish proverb that says, Sakla samanı, Gelir zamanı. Word for word it means, keep the hay, its time will come. Simple words, rural, almost too ordinary. But behind that simplicity there's a heavy idea. This proverb comes from a culture that lived closely with nature. People who didn't experience stability as a default setting. People who understood something very clearly. Conditions never stay the same. What feels ordinary today can become essential tomorrow. In English, there isn't one single traditional proverb that captures this perfectly. But a very close idea is often expressed like this. Keep a thing 7 years and you'll find a use for it. Different words, same recognition. Time changes value. And human beings are not very good at understanding that while things feel easy. Picture the middle of summer. The land is alive. Food is everywhere. Nothing feels scarce. The air is generous. The future feels predictable. In that moment, hay doesn't look important. It's just there. Quiet. Unimpressive. Easy to ignore. Some even see it as a burden. It takes space. It takes effort to store. It requires thinking ahead when there is no visible threat. So people think, I don't need this right now. And they're not wrong. Right now they don't. That's what makes the proverb uncomfortable. Because preparation rarely feels urgent when comfort is present. But then time passes. The weather changes. The land hardens. What was once abundant disappears. And suddenly, the hay is no longer ordinary. It becomes survival. What was ignored in comfort becomes essential in difficulty. This proverb isn't really about farming. It's about time. And more specifically, it's about how short-sighted people become when life feels stable. When the environment is generous, our perception narrows. We mistake temporary abundance for permanence. We confuse working for now with always working. But life doesn't operate on permanent settings. It operates in cycles. Summer and winter are not opposites, they are continuations. Sometimes winter doesn't look dramatic. Sometimes income slowly decreases. Sometimes energy fades without a clear reason. Sometimes relationships weaken quietly. Sometimes health shifts in ways that are subtle at first. And when that moment comes, many people feel betrayed. They feel unlucky. They feel singled out. But most of the time, life isn't punishing anyone. It's just revealing what was, or wasn't, maintained during easier days. Sakla samanı, Gelir zamanı is not a message of fear. It's a message about perception. It doesn't say, be anxious. It says, don't confuse comfort with permanence. There's a psychological pattern hidden here. When things are stable, we reduce our effort. We relax our standards. We postpone what doesn't feel urgent. We neglect relationships because they seem secure. We delay learning because our current skills are enough. We ignore our health because nothing hurts yet. We avoid difficult conversations because peace feels more valuable than clarity. Comfort narrows foresight, and the human mind is wired to prioritize the present over the possible. But life doesn't announce its turns in advance. There is no official warning before direction changes. And when the shift comes, small neglected things can suddenly matter a lot. Savings, reputation, trust, skills, habits, emotional resilience. All of them look excessive during summer. All of them look essential during winter. This proverb is often misunderstood as advice about money, but it's broader than that. It's about invisible investments. Things that grow quietly while no one is applauding them. Things that feel unnecessary because nothing is collapsing yet. And when the environment shifts, those quiet accumulations decide who stands and who struggles. Just like the English saying, keep a thing 7 years. It doesn't promise reward tomorrow. It acknowledges something slower, that value is not fixed. Value is contextual. A skill that feels useless today may become rare tomorrow. A relationship you maintain without urgency may become your anchor later. A habit that feels small may become your stability when motivation disappears. This is how I see it. The proverb isn't about hoarding. It's about respecting uncertainty. It's about understanding that time rearranges importance. And maturity might simply be this: acting with awareness of seasons, even while standing in sunshine. So maybe the real question isn't, am I ready for winter? Maybe the deeper question is, what am I dismissing right now because it doesn't feel urgent? Because most people don't regret winter. They regret what they casually discarded in summer. Sakla, samanı, Gelir, zamanı, an old sentence. But human nature hasn't changed. Comfort still blinds, time still shifts, and preparation still quietly decides outcomes. So look around your current life. What feels abundant? What feels secure? What feels too stable to question? And within that comfort, what are you treating as insignificant? Are you sure its time will never come?